Okay, YouTubers, I'm welcoming you in our stream. For any questions, we have a live chat made available. Please feel free to reach out to us there. And again, for Zoom users, you will not see the video of, you will not see the webcam video, but please verify that you hear the voice and you see the screen. Let me verify they do. Offline gitti abi. Oh, no, okay, no, it's good. Should be good. What happened? Did I stop? What just happened? Okay, it looks like it is online. It looks like we are online. Yes, we are online, right? Stream resume. Okay, good. Okay. Now, these sessions are going to be recorded, and I'm starting recording now. So let's just go ahead and do this. Awesome. Hello, everyone. I'm welcoming you all in our info session for our courses. We have few people online. We have few people on site. I want to thank you all for coming in. Okay. This session is designed for you, so if you have any questions, please feel free to stop me. And 1 second, I believe we have an issue with online. Let me see. Oh. I'm told that the voice is not being heard online, but we'll figure this out. Okay, so let's start. Without further ado, today we're gonna have a short session where we'll share information on what we're trying to do in our courses. These 4 SDET courses that are presented by UMSEducation. Let's start. So we're gonna have 3 parts for this session. First part will be about us, second part will be about the program, and the third part will be about you in the program. Your role, your expectations, and our expectations for your future. So now let's start with the part 1. In this part we will talk about the instructor, which is myself. We'll talk about the company, we'll talk about the idea, and we'll talk about the reason for these behind SDET courses. Okay, so instructor, your humble instructor is myself, Shahin Galimov, and so I myself am a software development engineer in test. Currently, I work at T. Rowe Price. T. Rowe Price is a publicly owned global asset management company with $1 trillion in assets under management. So this is a huge assets management company that manages $1 trillion of portfolio. I am a full stack automation engineer, so hopefully you're going to be holding positions like myself. I'm responsible for quality of the project that serves this $1 trillion asset management. So we're building a project that receives millions of rows of data from various external sources. Our project computes this data, our programs, our applications compute this data, and our project stores this data in company warehouse serviced by Amazon Web Services. Okay, great. So this is briefly about myself. Now let's talk about the company. The UMSEducation is a child of UMS Global. UMS Global was established back in 2016. It's a startup company that was built by a family with the idea of serving small to medium-sized local businesses to help them grow and reach global markets. So we've been able to establish relationships with various local businesses in Northern Virginia. We grew ourselves in that aspect, and if you go to ums.global, you will see the services that we offer, and we keep on growing and helping local institutions. So, and we are founded and based in Northern Virginia. let's move on. And so basically, the idea of UMSEducation was it came up not too far ago, and that's why this is another startup for us. It was the idea to help others change their lives for a better. So just to put some personal touch to this, the reason why we started is because I wanted to help my friend change his life to better. I wanted to help him become a software development engineer and test, become a full stack automation engineer, or however you want to call it. And then we decided to not only do this, but by doing this for him, also help others and hopefully change their lives as well. And we chose this path of education because we believe education is the best investment, and it is the best way, and maybe the only way to change, especially in these dynamic times. Okay, why did we choose? Why do we say our courses are for SDETs? First of all, let's look at what SDET means. SDET is a software development engineer in test. So basically, you are engineers in software development. You are going to become engineers in software development, but your main focus area will be testing, quality assurance, quality analysis, etc. So we will have multiple sub-courses under main for SDET course. These courses are going to be specifically designed for SDET. So when we're going to look at Java, Selenium, Cucumber, databases, Agiles for SDETs, we are not going to look at Java in global. We're not going to look at every single detail. We're going to customize these courses for SDETs, right? What you need to know to become a full stack automation engineer. So, as I said earlier, an SDET is automatically a developer, a quality analyst, a business analyst, an automation engineer, a tester, etc. So you're gonna wear multiple hats. So you're not going to be your knowledge is not going to be narrow. You're going to have a broad vision and broad knowledge. Right now, there's a huge demand in the market for SDETs with the knowledge of tools and skills that we're going to teach you through the courses. And I will look into that. I will do a Google search. I will demonstrate it at the end of this slide. And currently, there are a lot of courses out there. I believe you've probably heard about at least one or two before hearing about us. You've heard about these courses out there that teach you and help you become SDETs. But there are certain areas that these courses fail to deliver on, right? And we hopefully are going to help you in those areas. We're going to learn from their failures, from their downfalls, and we're going to take this to the next level. So there are some of these courses they do not have diversity in subject materials. So they have either outdated subject matters, or they're not looking at subjects from the perspective of an SDET. They're failing to give something, or they're giving something more, right? They're not able to customize. Some of these courses are too lengthy. There are courses out there that last from 6 months to 9 months. Some of these courses are only for on-site, for those who can attend their campuses or on-site courses, right? On-site offerings. But our course is going to be both on-site and mainly online. And some of these courses are really, really expensive. So we're trying to learn from these failures and make it better for you. Now, going back and showing you just a basic demonstration of the verification of the demand that there is out there in the market for SDETs. Just let's go to Google and let's do SDET job openings. Let's do a search like this. So Indeed comes up first, job listings. We have right now, currently in West Falls Church, we have 100 plus jobs just in West Falls Church. Usually this is like 10-mile radius area, right? In Indeed, let's see if we see any numbers here. Let's go scroll down, Glassdoor. Usually I would see, so for example, there are 5,000 plus SDET jobs in the United States in LinkedIn. Amazon has 1,559 software development engineers in test jobs, just Amazon. And you know, if you're in Virginia, Northern Virginia, you know that they just they started building up their second headquarters here. So probably at least half of these jobs are going to go to Northern Virginia. Then you have top 20 SDET jobs in Dice.com. There are 397 available jobs just in Dice.com. Career Builder, etc. So once one of my Google searches recently revealed that currently there are 60,000 available SDET openings in the market, and these are serious numbers. This shows the demand. This is one of the reasons why we chose to do this. Okay, let's get back to our slide, and this is basically about us. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please share, and we will continue from here on. Any questions about the company, about myself? Let's give our online attendees a minute, because I believe our YouTube stream is delayed for 10 seconds. So we'll give it a minute for you guys to ask your questions if you have any. And I welcome those who have attended a little bit late. And just let you know that this session is being recorded and it is being live streamed, so you will be able to catch up later on. Any questions? Should we move on? Okay. Let's move on to the second part of our session. And here, I believe this is going to be an interesting part, and I hope you guys come up with some questions in this part, right? This is going to be about the program, okay? We will talk about our education platform. We'll talk about our instructor-led trainings. We'll talk about support tools, the skills that you will gain through these courses, and we'll talk about the structure. And online attendees, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in to the chat, and I will get back to you. Okay. So first, education platform. Okay, we came around with we researched and came around with an innovative idea built around the best practice of self-learning. So basically, these courses are meant for those who want to do self-learning as well. So instructor-led trainings will be in support. So these courses serves all levels of students, from very beginners to almost advanced developers. Okay, so my idea here was that if you are a beginner, this course will take you from A to Z. If you are an advanced user, if you just, for example, need to have some materials available that you might need to refresh your knowledge on, these courses will do that too. For example, you're already in testing, you're already in job market, you're already working and making good money, right? But you moved on to new project around APIs, or you moved on to new project on Selenium. Just these materials will be available for you to refresh your knowledge, okay? And these materials will be delivered through reading materials, content materials, video recordings, web contents, tests, assignments, surveys, instructor-led trainings. So all kinds of tools out there, and the learning progress is going to be paced. So not all materials are going to be available right away. They're going to be opened up one at a time in a timely manner, and your progress will be closely watched. For those who are going to be attending our instructor-led trainings, we will watch your progress through your submissions of assignments and tests, etc. Just a brief demo on our platform. Let me bring this up. So this is something that you will see. So actually, let's do this. Let's log out and log in using our demo account, UMSDemo. And the details for this demo are going to be shared with you via email, and they have been shared with you. If you haven't had a chance, please go ahead and look at them. So when you open up, this is how your course outline is going to look. Okay. These general courses are going to be available temporarily. These are here for you to get used to the platform itself, the Talent LMS platform itself. So these are optional. Just browse through them real quick. There are a lot of videos, and these are developed by the platform itself. What we're going to look at is Java for SDETs. Click. So here, there's going to be a brief introduction to the program. What is this about? Your syllabus. Scroll down. We're going to have an introductory video here. You can watch it. We're not going to do it now. But this is going to be the content area. Before we look at the content, if you scroll down, all the way to the bottom of the page, there are going to be files. We're going to make 2 books available for you for your extra reading. Okay? P1 stands for priority 1. So if you're going to want to choose which one to start with the introduction to Java programming. And do not go ahead and read all of it in one sitting. We will proceed. You can progress as we proceed, okay? And second book is a good source as well after you're done with the first one. The second one will help you improve your knowledge, okay? So scrolling up to the top. So this is our content. Again, content will be available as time passes on a timely manner. For example, if you've done all these and you come to variables, it's going to be locked for you, okay? So this is how we're going to pace you. Then there are going to be types of content. I'm going to go scroll down. So you're going to have content materials like this, reading material, right, within the course. You click it, it gives you basic reading that will help you understand what we're doing. Okay, let's go back. You can complete and continue. Then we're going to have videos. Now let's do this. Let's actually pace ourselves here. Let's complete and continue. Then you're going to have videos that will help your understanding even further by showing you how to do things, right? So this is going to be hands-on experience for you. You'll be asked to go through them, pause, play, replay. It's up to you, right? These are going to be as if instructor is talking to you, okay? So you'll go through video materials. Each section is going to have multiple reading and video materials. This is to help you understand the topic, small piece at a time, okay? So on top of these, so again you see another content, another video. Let's go further. And we're going to have vocabulary section, power vocabulary. So as we progress in our courses, we will stop using English, regular common English words. We're going to start using terminology. So you get used to, when you go out there to marketplace, you know what algorithm means, you know what portable means, you know what compile stands for, you know what a bytecode is, object code, etc. Okay? Complete and continue. Then you're going to get into assignment section. This is actually external reading, right? Or external resource. These are going to be fun resources for you to look into. If you continue, you're going to have assignments. Starts with A, right? So assignments can be simple. Assignments can be complex. There can be one thing to do in each assignment. There can be 20 things to do in each assignment, okay? Down the road, one assignment can mean that you will need to develop a program, a whole standalone program. We'll get to that. You'll be able to text your reply directly here, but we will usually ask you to upload a file or record a video, because we want to see how you're understanding the content. Okay, you can upload your files in a zip format. You can upload your videos. So options are all here. I'm not going to go into details. So this is our platform, right? On top of this, we're going to get into this. There are going to be instructor-led trainings on a weekly basis. So on top of all this, tests, assignments, video recordings, reading materials, and books, we will still be with you and will still help you understand the concepts better. Now, how will we do that? For those who are going to choose instructor-led trainings, we have these trainings specifically designed for those who are new to the field. Okay, so for learners out there who are already in the field, they might be satisfied with the contents that we have on our platform. But if you're new, we have this offering designed for you. And the idea is to make sure that the content material is clear to learners and to address any gray areas, questions, or comments. So these trainings will be held 3 times weekly on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. These are going to be online, okay? So the hours are going to be Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in Texas or if you're in California, please, or if you're in any other time zone, any other place in the world, please verify your local time for this. These are going to be recorded, okay? And there's going to be one on-site session weekly on Saturdays, again, per EST from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to sit down with those who can attend. We're highly encouraging communication and collaboration, okay? So these materials are going to be recorded, and we're going to highly encourage you to attend them, because if you have any question on the content, we want you to come in and ask your questions, because we don't want you falling behind. If we see you're falling behind, you might actually get disqualified from the program. You might be told that, you know what, basically you're too far behind, you're not able to catch up with assignments, and if you're not able to do assignments and catch up with the materials, new materials will not become available to you. So that's why you're being paced. Okay, so please make sure you attend these meetings, make sure you watch the recordings, make sure you ask your questions. Okay, and this is the demo access credentials. Again, these will be shared with you. UMSEducation.talentlms.com, login UMSDemo, password UMSEducation. These are both case sensitive. So going about instructor-led trainings. Any questions at this point? So instructor-led trainings will be held the same way as we're holding this info session. You'll be receiving invitation to the meeting, right? This is going to be private, and it's going to be live streamed. Then these streams will be private videos that will be added to the platform as well. Okay. Besides these, all of the above that we talked about, we're going to have additional support tools. We're going to use Zoom for our live meetings, where you can ask your questions live, and we're going to use Slack for our communication. So this is for those who are familiar with Slack, you know what it is. For those who are not, think of WhatsApp, for example, right? And it's the same, but it is professional, and major institutions use them, and it's going to allow you to communicate with the instructors, also with each other. Okay, so let me double check one thing before we proceed. Yes, we're streaming. Okay, let's get back. Okay, oops. In the support materials here. Now, let's move on to the next slide. I'm making sure our streaming is correct. Good. Now, what skills and tools are you going to gain during these classes? Of course, Java, Java is going to be our programming language. It's one of the mature programming languages that have been out there for more than 2 decades, and it's going to be, It is right now one of the most in-demand programming languages out there. It's been on top 10 list for more than a decade. We're going to look at Selenium. Right now, it's the most popular browser automation tool that is in demand. We're going to look at Cucumber. This is behavior-driven development framework that's growing in popularity even more amongst all software development teams. We're going to look at SQL. So completing these courses, you'll be able to go into and test databases. Okay. We're going to look at API testing. API stands for Application Programming Interface, and we're going to look at the concept of API development and API testing. Other support tools will be Git, GitHub, Maven, Apache libraries, Postman, etc., etc. I'm not going to dive into details of all of these, and I can assure you that within 3 months' time, you will be able to feel comfortable in all of these tools. We're going to look at maybe 10 or more tools. Okay. Now let me double check one thing. I want to make sure that we're streaming. Yes, we are. Good. Okay. Now let's move on. The reason why I don't want to go into details of these tools is because I don't want to scare you at this time, right? Because everyone was in the beginning, and if I show you them, you're gonna be a little bit scared. So don't be. Now the structure is we're gonna have 3 months of a technical bootcamp. Within these 3 months, we're gonna look at all these tools one at a time in order, and then together. Then we're gonna have 1 month of an optional market exposure and market support for those who are ready, based on successful completion of the first 3 months. So if you want to go out to the market, and if you're ready to go out and explore the market and get a job, we will also have to say that you're ready, right? And it's going to be a 1 month optional bootcamp for market preparation. It's going to include resume preparations, basically review of all the materials, frequently asked questions in market interviews, etc. So we're going to make you ready to go out there and shine. And then from the 6 months from the start of the program, our platform will be available to you. And for those who went ahead with our market preparation for a month, we will support you guys at your job places. So if you have any work-related specific questions, they will also be answered. Okay, we will support you, not leave you out there. And one thing that I need to mention here, well, I will mention it at down the road. Let's go to the next. Oh, well, so I'll mention how we're gonna approach this one more time at the third part of our course, of our session. Now, is there any questions at this stage about the program, about the tools? The on-site attendees are all masters of these programs, right? So why are you here?
So it's gonna
Okay,
be,
let's. Huh?
it's gonna be total of 4 months, including.
So basically, the platform itself is going to pace you in 3 months' time. It's going to be available for 6 months. The program from scratch to market placement to job placement is going to last 4 months only. So 3 months of dedicated training, technical training, and 1 month of dedicated market preparation. And you will actually be put out to the market during that month, because our goal will be to get you job offer in that month. So hopefully by the end of the 4th month, you will be reporting to your new job place. Okay? So we looked at the other courses that are out there that do the same thing, and we looked at the length, we looked at the time wasted here and there. So we decided that if you are serious, and because we are serious, we don't want to waste your time. We don't want you to have you wait 6 months, 9 months, or whatever to be able to try yourself. Because from experience, you can tell that a lot is learned while you're working. So all these tools that we're gonna teach you here, we're gonna share with you here, they will be maybe 30% of what you'll see at workplace, right? But the other 70% is gonna come from your knowledge. So basically, we will give you, if we give you 100%, when you go to the marketplace, when you go to a new job, you will most probably use at most 50% of what we taught you, right? Because you're gonna do some repetitive thing or whatever. Also, the same applies vice versa. When you're out there, you're gonna use 50% maximum of what we taught you. And additional knowledge will come from work. That's why we don't want to keep you in the classes. We don't want to teach you everything. So basically, we don't want to work for you. We want you to know what the work is all about, what this job is all about, and then go and explore. Go and learn. Because that's why we keep the platform and support open for 6 months total. Because we know that when you're out there, you're gonna learn. Okay. So if no other questions, you have questions? Yes.
I have a question. Maybe I missed, but I don't know. Please correct me.
Yes.
Are you gonna also teach the SDLC process? Because I think I didn't
Yes.
see there.
So we're gonna look at agile process. So it's gonna be, first we're gonna look at technicalities, right? First we're gonna look at technicalities. So the question was, are we gonna look at software development lifecycle? The answer is yes. We're gonna look at agile for SDETs. So we're gonna look at real-time work process, how things happen, when we test, why we test, how we test, right? So this is gonna be kind of after the technicality is done, this is gonna be closer to the end of these courses. So closer to the end of the 3rd month. So that as we repeat our technical knowledge, we gain new soft knowledge, right? We call it soft skills. So when you go to the job, how is it going to look like? Who are you going to work with? How is your team going to be? What tools you're going to probably use, right? What is going to be your daily activities? What do you expect in the first day? What do you expect in the first month? What to expect in 6 months? And what do people expect from you on these time periods? So all this is going to be looked at. Thank you very much. That's a good question.
One more question.
Yes, sir.
One of the important things is the backend testing included API?
Backend testing. So the question about backend testing, yes. We're going to look at APIs again. First, we're going to look at Java. Then we're going to look at Selenium. Then we're going to put these together in a test framework around Cucumber. Then we're going to look into SQL and basically database and backend testing called API. Right now, database and API demand to these testers is higher out there than Selenium testers, because movement is going towards testing things before they become available to the users. So that's why we're going to look at these things in such an order that When you go to the market, you don't forget them, right? So Selenium becomes your, you know Selenium already, right? There are certain things that you need to know, you have an understanding, and then when you go to the market, you know APIs, you know your database, and you're ready to
Thank
just
you.
jump in. And thank you very much, that's another good question. Okay, so again, online observers, any questions, please type in. Now let's move forward to the third and interesting part. This is going to be about you, okay? What technical requirements are going to be there for you to join and be successful? What are going to be personal requirements? What are expectations? These are going to be mutual expectations from you and expectations from us. And tuition fees. I believe a lot of people are interested in this too, right? So, technical requirements. Let me open up our platform again because I will want this to be recorded. Now, you will have, we will, so you will need to have a laptop that meets basic hardware requirements listed in the setting up work environment piece within the education platform. So let me open this up and show these requirements to you. Okay, so these are basic requirements. 4 CPU with a minimum of 1.6 gigahertz, 4 gigabytes of RAM or memory, right? Operating memory, 50 gigabytes of free space, at least 120 gigabytes are recommended, and network speed, internet speed of at least 1 megabits per second, because you're gonna need to download our videos and content materials and upload your materials that you've prepared. However, these are basic minimums. The stronger the laptop, the better, because when we get to serious development, you will need to open multiple browsers, multiple applications, and your laptop can be actually overwhelmed. Why do we say laptop? It's because, as you'll see when you go to the market, when you go to your job places, or if you are already in the marketplace, you know that mobility is kind of the niche of this field, right? Mobility is out there. You can will get to working from home and stuff like that. So laptop, and we highly recommend that you get an extra monitor for productive work environment. It's optional, but do get an extra monitor, even if it's a used one. So when you are at your workplace, when you're at home, you're tackling assignments, you're doing multiple things at the same time, you're running your test suite, and you want to see how it runs. Please get an additional monitor. That will be helpful. You will need to get a distraction-free environment to learn and practice. It can be at your work, at your home, or you can go to your local library. Usually libraries have distraction-free small rooms that you can take out, and their local libraries are free for everything, right? Also, like, your library might have the books that we are offering you to download and read, or more, okay? So, and 4 to 8 hours of daily commitment, 6 days a week, to learn, practice, and master the course materials. So these contents are going to be out there. The contents themselves, just to go through the contents, will take you at least an hour a day. At least an hour for one section. The contents themselves, just browsing through them, will take you at least an hour. You will need another hour to kind of digest it. You will need 2 more hours to attend our instructor-led trainings, correct? So you need at least 4 hours a day. 8 hours, up to 8 hours is suggested. So basically, this is going to be a full-time learning process. If you have a full-time job, I understand. We've all been there once, right? If you can cope, please, right? So these are technical requirements. Laptop, productive work environment, additional monitor, and 4 to 8 hours of 4 to 8 hours of commitment. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide, where we'll look at personal requirements. So these technicalities aside, what we require from you. We do not require any knowledge of computers. We do not require any degree. We do not require anything specific. All we need is your promise to yourself that if I'm going to start this, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to finish it. Okay? You're going to need to commit to us and to the course. You're going to need to communicate. If you have a difficulty, please communicate. you're gonna need to collaborate with your team members, okay? Because when you help others, you learn, and you will see a lot of our materials will ask you to help others, or will ask, for example, someone will make a mistake, not knowingly, intentionally, and you will need to help him find out that mistake, okay? And ambition. We want you to be ambitious. We want you to say that if someone could do it, I will do it. That's it, period. There is no other option. So that's all we require. No university degree, no nothing. Okay? Expectations. So you now you're probably asking a question that, okay, we're gonna match these requirements. What are we to expect in return? What's gonna happen to us in 4 months' time, right? Well, you're gonna change your life forever for good, right? I mean, if you want to stay in this field, please. If you don't want to stay in this field, at least you're going to have a new vision that how things happen, because you're going to enter corporate world where your perspectives are going to be at a global level. You want to work in Europe, please. In Europe, they're using the same tools: Selenium, Spring, the whole 9 yards. So, or your corporate company can take you to Europe, right?
Yep.
Go there and have fun. So you will find out that you had the hidden potential which even yourself did not know about, right? Some of us did, and this is probably the interesting part, that you'll get a well-paying job that will get you the freedom to spend more time with your family, with yourself. You're gonna get to travel the world. You're gonna get to work from home or work from a beach, which I did like a couple days ago, or from whatever it is that you want to. Okay. Believe me, these are great features to have. These are the expectations that you should look forward to. Every time you feel you're down, you feel like, hey, I don't know if I can do it. If you want to get these, if you want to achieve these, yes, you can. Okay? All right. Now, fun part. Tuition and fees. Now, this is going to be, I'm going to be honest, this is going to be our first batch, right? This is going to be our, right now we're in a startup situation of being a startup, and we have an idea, and you guys are going to be our first party who we will deliver this, who we will try to make this happen. Considering that it's going to be a mutual risk taking, right? These are the numbers that we will offer only for this group. These numbers are not going to be repeated. These numbers are to basically try out the program itself. And I can assure you that down the road for next batches, we'll get at least the double of these numbers. Now, what are these numbers? So basically, let me start from the bottom. If you want to just gain the access to the platform, as we said earlier, it's going to be, we made this option available for those who just want to learn on their own, right? Because the beauty of this platform is we're not going to make you join our classes. You want just the material, because you can get, I'll be honest, you can get these materials in Udemy or anywhere out there. Java is open source, Selenium is open source, APIs are out there, but you can't get these materials in such an order, in such a program. So, but still, we made it available for you. So this is something new for global market. $179, 6 months availability. Okay, simple. Now, if you want to learn, so let's say you want the guidance, right? You want instructor to train you. 3 months boot camp, $250 per month. Okay, this includes your $179 within. Okay, simple. Market support. Now, when we get to the 4th month, we will have to sit down with each one of you, each one individually, and say that we will say, okay, you're ready or you're not ready, and we'll need to hear it from you too. If it is mutually agreed that you're ready, there's going to be a one-time $500 fee. This fee is going to be there for you to get into the market and for us to provide additional sources, right? This is going to be market-specific information. So these sessions are going to be held in a small groups or one-on-one. These sessions are not going to be recorded, right? And these are going to be special sessions. When you enter this, we're going to sign another contract, because when we provide this information up front, we're going to have a contract for 3 months after you find the job, right? It's going to be mutual commitment, where we will support you and you'll support in return. When the time comes, we'll talk about this contract. because this contract is not going to be free either. Okay, so basically, just recap. If you want just the access for the platform, $179, right? If you want instructor-led trainings, we talked about those 3 times 2-hour online sessions and 1 time 3-hour on-site session, $250 per month, and this is going to be you're going to be able to reach out to your instructor with questions. You're going to be able to reach out to others for collaboration and communication, and hopefully, and I'm sure when we get to the 4th month, when we are going to work with you to get you situated to get your job, that's when we're going to look at $500 one-time fee and 3 months contract commitment. Okay? Questions? No questions. Okay. All right. And so I will, while stream complete. Okay. I believe. Let me double check if our.
Is there connection or no?
I'm gonna check that. So basically, we're gonna. So for any questions, let me see. No, connection is good. But why has it basically stream stopped? But no, it hasn't. It shouldn't stop. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Stream is resumed. Okay, let's get back to where we left off. So, how do I get to reset? No. Whatever. Let's go. So, online attendees, do you have any questions about numbers or anything at all? Because this is coming to the end of our stream. Okay, I'll give you guys a couple minutes. So this is about it for those who are interested. And again, let me just repeat one more time that excuse me, these are one-time numbers only. This is a test period, right? This is they call it beta testing, right? This is a test period for us as well. We're going to learn together as we proceed, and then after we have everything set up, after we have the content material set up, then it's going to be basically different numbers. Okay, so let's go back. So for any specific questions, you can reach out to us at education@ums.global. Excuse me. Yes, thank you, Rhea. And thank you, everyone. No questions. Yes. So, excuse me. You can reach out to us at education@ums.global, and UMSEducation.talentlms.com is our platform as well. And down the road, we will change this platform. It's testing for us too. So we're gonna take it to different URL, different address. We're gonna make it better, right? And we will reach out to all of you individually with additional instructions for how we're gonna do what we're gonna do from this point on, because I forgot to mention. I believe this is one of the most important things to mention. Our classes start on August 1st. Period. Right? We're not gonna wait. We're not gonna delay. We're starting. We're ready. August 1st is gonna be Thursday, right? Since we have online classes on Fridays, what will happen is you will get via email, those who have reached out to us that they're interested, you will get via email individual access credentials for our platform, for Zoom, and for Slack, right? And then you'll get instructions of what to do. The course contents will become available. So you are expected by Friday evening, EST, 7 p.m. EST, you're expected to take care of all the materials that you're supposed to, that are open out there, right? Because again, our instructor-led trainings will be for you to ask questions. We're gonna just overview, we're gonna go look at the content, 1 hour review, and 1 hour question and answer. That's it. We're not gonna teach you everything from scratch, because all the material is going to be available. It's just to help you out understand what you have missed or what gray areas you have out there. So by Friday evening, you're gonna need to be ready with all the materials that you'll need to digest all the materials, right, and ask questions. Then Saturday we'll hold another on-site meeting. It's gonna be at University of North America again, and just for the future, we are working with the University of North America for actually creating a program through the school, and basically we're growing the idea to the next level. Just for your information. So again, reach out to us, education@ums.global. Thank you very much for your time. If you don't have any questions, okay, and we'll be in touch. And again, if one could do it, you can do it. Thank you very much. Okay, let's stop streaming now.